flex, fresh, 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 flex, fresh, Helmets, left, Kabit Cafe, breath.
Spirit,
You better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate,
Hey.
activate, let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hi. Hi everybody that waited. That's it. I'm not talking to nobody that feels like I'm late or well. I'm just talking to the people that was being nice to me. Hello, hello, hello. All the rest of you, whatever. Please hit the like right now. I really don't feel like this is something I should have to wait for. I'm greedy and I deserve. So I deserve for y'all to hit the like Eric God. So I'm here for I missed you guys. We haven't done hot topics in a do you not want to be on? Ring light or here Flip. Before I was rudely interrupted by this ring light, because don't do all of that. I almost ran out this room. Almost ran out of here. Like who touches? Who, Lord, it's just me. What's going on? So here, Flip. Do you not want to be on or like what? So but anyways, if I was ruling around, we haven't done hot topics in a while. So we're gonna do hot topics. We're gonna be messy. Oh my goodness, why not? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Sean Everyway Show. As y'all seen the title, Trans Rena Kiwi ends Derrick Jaxn's merge. Okay, y'all know y'all know she's been working very hard and since last year trying to ruin Derrick's life. So she's been all over that gone Trans Rena girl. So Trans Rena them Roach Killers is trying to ruin his life. Oh. And she's going to do just that. She is not going to lose. So we're going to get into that a little bit. You know, then Derrick, you know, and the girl, Denaya, it's Denaya, say that. They came forward and said that they're getting a divorce. So we're going to talk about that. He's about to be her husband. So we're going to get into that. We're also going to get into Tory Lanez, allegedly Tory Lanez. Because this is what's not about to go on. Because why folk come is you doing this and I'm live. Now what's going on over here with these courts and all of that? Well, what you doing all this stuff? Because I can turn all of this shit off and lay down. Nah, I can lay down. Nobody got time for this. Girl, what's going on with this light? What's going on? Let me make it a little brighter or something. I don't know, but you better get it together. I'm turning it off. So anyways, if I was really interrupted by this light. So Tory Lanez, his trial done came up, y'all. Sorry for the technical difficulty. So Tory Lanez and Megasis, the Stallion, absolutely. The trial going on. We learning stuff, y'all. We learning stuff that we thought we knew that we didn't know, but we really knew the whole time. So yeah, so we're gonna talk about that. And Diddy, okay, P. Diddy, the D, the I, the D, the D, the I, the D. Him. He had a gay baby. Lord, Diddy had another gay baby. So Diddy out here having gay turn. Okay, so Diddy out here gay reproducer still. So we're gonna get into that. And Carisha done got into it with DJ ain't got a woman demics, y'all. So DJ ain't got a woman academics is out here getting into it with my girl Carisha because I like her. But she needs to shut up. But so we're gonna get into a little bit of that. Okay, we're gonna get into that too. So let's get into the topics, Lord, because I keep y'all on because we're going on station head after this because I got a couple heads to get on. So wait, is this first? Is this first? Okay, I guess it's first. So now Megasis, Megasis, she is in court with her ex was supposed to be baby daddy, Tory Lanez. Now Tory Lanez allegedly pow making the Pegasus a couple years younger. Tory supposed to have, yay high. Allegedly pow Pegasus, right, in her hooves. And so animal cruelty charges got brought up, and Peter was in an uproar, and we saw Megasis limping with the bloody shoes. So we saw her limping, and all of that, okay? And then she went to the veterinarian. And then at the veterinarian, they said, hey, it's not glass, it's actually fragments in her hooves. Okay, so that made the animal cruelty charges change. All right, it went from it was glass to protect Black women. It went from glass, okay, to you dry shot me. Okay, is what it had turned into. That's what that were. That's what that were. That's what that were. So Megasis was like, nay. She in court, nay. Okay, and Tory over there, y'all, because y'all know he got to be driven everywhere because he's still in the car seat. So Tory Lanez, y'all, is not looking like he may be the person that did all of this. And he was in that back seat telling Megasis, how dare you sit here and nag me? How dare you sit here and how dare you sit here and do all of that? Well, you done slept with a farm. You slept with everybody at the farm. Oh my God, let me get out this car seat. Help me take my seatbelt off. Hurry up so I can talk to her. No, she's doing all this man and shit. Let's get into it. Take me out this damn seatbelt. So Tory Lanez finally got out the seatbelt, y'all. Okay, the security had to help him out because he can reach. All he had to do was leave him in that seat, but this is the security's fault. Because all he had to do is leave him in that booster seat. Back there in that car seat, he was in line. Okay, he don't know how to do all the straight. He don't know how to do that. Okay, he don't even know how to get the top part off. He don't know how to get the bottom off. And then the car seat, all the buckle, all the way over there. How did he do all of that? How did he do all of that by himself? He didn't get help. Okay, and the security is going to help him. So Tory finally had got out the seat, y'all, and then got in Megasis' face. It's like, look at here, horse. Okay, and she's no. Okay, and then Kelsey, she was back there running amok as well. Okay, she was just over here, just like, how could you do this to me? She was my best friend. Okay, It's how she's sitting here feeling my home man, my home man. Can't believe in everything she found out about this girl. So Kelsey sitting here figuring out that Megan done slept with all of her nipples. Girl, you sleep with everybody I'm sleeping with. This is gross. Okay? Because she just, at that moment in time, she had just found out that it was Tory. Okay? But Tory, Carsey Lanez, he had to get out because, they was calling him short. He heard it. Somebody said something about being small. He heard it when they was back there arguing with each other, Pegasus and Kelsey. Okay? When Pegasus and Kelsey was back there arguing, he heard short and little. He heard both of them words. Okay? So he had to hurry up and get back there. Okay? Okay, this is what's happening. So, girl. So, Tory got out that car like, this is Mr. Biggs, okay? And then Tory said, how you doing, Mr. Biggs? Like, he was, and then the hell is going on? What you mean, what's going wrong? So, girl, oh my God, Kelsey's telling me that you're sleeping with another woman. Hey. And then Tory was like, just because she sees me with her doesn't mean I'm sleeping with her. Okay. And then Megan was like, well, if you're not sleeping with her, what the hell? So all of this is going on in the car. Okay. Trapped in the closet, part 2. All right. There's a lot going on in this goddamn car. All right. And we done missed the all. Y'all can't believe they ain't had no cameras going. I'm like, oh, this is juicy. Well, why for come, Lord? Now y'all would have put phones down. Now put your phones up. Y'all want to record people getting beat up. I don't record this shit. Because this is good. I was like, oh, Tory, you said all that time? You said she slept with the baby and all that. Oh, my God. I was like, oh, my, shut your mouth and keep on talking, car seat. So, y'all, I was here for it. And this is amazing. This is wonderful. All of it, we needed this. We needed this. Thank you, Megasis, for being such a horrible friend. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl, for being just evil. Gone, Megasis, girl. Way to be an evil bitch. So I'm here, Flip. So, y'all, all of this is going in the chronicles of the SUV. Oh my God! So you got horses running rampant in the car. They was already gonna get a seatbelt ticket because she was supposed to be in a trailer. Megasis was not supposed to be in that back seat. Tory wasn't in the booster seat, no, in the car seat. It was just all type of tickets. Okay, when the police pulled them over, it was all type of tickets. They're like, first of all, why is she in no trailer? Okay, because now Megasis was supposed to be in the trailer. She was. And she in the back seat like she's supposed to be back there and she a whole horse. Like, girl, you're supposed to be back there. So, here, Flip. So, there was a lot going on. So, we about to hear some of these details, just like I just told y'all, because I've been saying all of these. Y'all about to hear a lot, maybe a little differently. Just a little piece. A different, but it's pretty much the same. Okay? So let's listen to what this man said, okay? Let's listen, y'all. Ooh, this is juicy.
Is stuck in the Tory Lanez trial. So that's the prosecution's case. Seems pretty easy. Then the defense comes up, and man, it gets spicy. First, the defense goes, they're not telling you about half of what's going on. The most important thing they're not telling you about an eyewitness who saw two women fighting, Kelsey and Meg. And so let's talk about why them two are fighting. Let's talk about how she was in the front seat. The gun was caught in the front seat. Let's talk about how she might have gunpowder. She does have gunpowder. Let's talk about how this has nothing to do with the fight between Tory and Meg and everything to do with the fight between Meg and Kelsey. And then the defense starts dropping the bombs. He basically says this, that they're in the car. Yeah, they left. But do you know why they left? They left because Kylie and Tory were in the pool together. And Kelsey and Meg both felt some type of way about that, to the point that Meg felt really some type of way about that. And she was really trying to go, to the point that eventually, because of how Meg is acting, this is according to the defense, Kylie Jenner goes to Meg Thee Stallion and says, it's time for you to leave.
Thank you, Morgan, for the super sticker. Thank you so much, sweetie. Yes, his voice is deep. Y'all, Pegasus, you let Kylie kick you out her party. You let Kylie kick you out her party. That's why Kylie ain't said nothing about you. That's why she filmed WAP on a different day than you was on the scene. That said all of that, girl. Whoa. Girl, how you let her kick you out her party? Ain't no way in the world I would have let that car trash you. Kick me out her that day. I would have, girl. You let her put you out? Megan says, girl, I thought she was so tough, girl. She tried it.
They all leave. The defense's point is what happens in the car is this. Tory questions Kelsey. Hey, Kelsey, why are you backing up Meg for me trying to, get it on with Kylie Jenner? Meg has been snaking men from you your whole life. I hooked up with you, Kelsey, and then Meg went behind your back and hooked up with me.
Megan, you're a whore. Megan says, this is why you didn't want this stuff out. This is why you want this out, because you're looking real dirty, sis. Just like we've been saying. Girl. You're looking very dirty, sis. And it's also looking like that. I feel like Tory and Kelsey either did it at the same time or something like that. It was accidental, is what it was given, which is something that a lot of us have stated from jump, that it seems as if this wasn't deliberate. But with Megan saying like, oh, he pow and told me to dance and all of that, that sounds deliberate. But with this story that's coming out in court, it does not sound as if whatever is to come about the actual powing itself had anything to do with it being deliberate. It was definitely, from what we're gathering, an accident, like not towards you. Maybe it was being pow out in the air and then, like do whatever, but it wasn't like I'm trying to take you out. I'm trying to injure you. But this is what it's given. It's given accident. Is what it is given, sweetie. So Yays, you made it sound like this was purpose, like it was done deliberately by Tory to, rather hurt you or control you or whatever it was within that moment. You stated on the crime scene when the police got there, which would be technically a crime scene, that it was glass. Mm-hmm. That's what you're saying. And with you stating that it was glass, once you got to the hospital, while you were in the hospital, you saw the TMZ footage of the helicopter, and whatnot, and you limping, bloody tracks, all of that stuff, and got embarrassed by that. People were making memes, all of this stuff, but at that time, again, they just thought it was a glass injury because that's, again, what you stated. And then in the hospital, all of a sudden it turned into something different. Rather it was you or allegedly the doctors found. I don't know. But either way, girl, you're looking very suspect. Like if he did it, he just simply did it. You quieting people, yet you going on places like with Gayle King and others interviewing about that situation, but you're gagging everybody else. Tory say 2 lyrics on an album, you get the whole album scrapped. Getting him arrested, preventing him from going places that you were the same person protecting him. I'm like, that's mighty weird because you were still dealing with Tory until you saw the outrage from the public, because you were still dealing with him. It wasn't like over. It's kind of like the Rihanna situation and Chris Brown. After that situation happened, they were still together. They didn't separate. After that, it took a little bit of time before that happened. And again, back then, social media wasn't as popular. So if social media was as big then, like it is now, Rihanna would have left Chris immediately. Even brands like CoverGirl and whatnot were threatening to drop Rihanna if she didn't leave Chris. Like literally, they're like, look, if you stay with him, you gotta go, because you can't be a spokesperson for Teen Vogue and CoverGirl and all of that, and you letting this type of stuff go on. Like, no, we can't support that. So Rihanna did her tour, and got interviewed by certain people, big interviews, and was just like, even would still state that she had love for Chris, but that it was done because she knew better. It's like, you're not staying with him, whether you like it or not. For your career's sake, you have to leave him, even if you love him. He gotta go. Type of situation. They forced them apart. They were still together. Rihanna was at court for Chris. At the court date for what happened to her, what he did to her, she was sitting right in there in court with her best friend and Chris's mom. They were still together. Like they didn't separate. But again, we only got like little pictures of what things were going on. If this was social media, like back in the day, oh no, it would have been a scandal. And I mean, it would have been everywhere. that, oh, this happened to Rihanna and they're still together. So it was the same thing with Tory and Megan. Megan was still dealing with Tory. She absolutely was. The media and her team is the reason she stopped. Because they like, yeah, girl, you're a victim. That's why she was so hesitant. Even in the video on the IG Live tour, she was like, you dry shot me. Like, you could tell she didn't even want to say that. That she was giving regret as she was saying it. Because she was protecting Tory. Because as far as we were concerned, it was glass. She said it that out her own mouth. She stated nothing about being pop-out. We didn't know that she was pop-out until her team gave a statement on her social media account stating that it actually wasn't glass, that she was pop-out, her making herself once again, turning herself, because she didn't like the ridicule, because people were ridiculing her and whatnot. So she was definitely protecting him. Please stop comparing this to a day-to-day person that's literally just sitting at home going through certain situations, especially DV, to somebody that has all of the resources to get away. Megan Thee Stallion has too many resources that a person that, especially a woman, that is normally going through DV do not have. They don't. A lot of those women, those men are still coming back and taking their lives even after moving, breaking up with them, divorcing them. They leave. They completely relocate. Some of them even change their name, all of that stuff. And those men still seek them out, still take their life. We're not going to compare Megan Thee Stallion to those people. No, she's too big of a star. There's too many people around her that care about her well-being for their being. And it's not even in a we love you, Megan type of way. It's a no, we need you together for us, because you how we get paid. So again, it's just too many people for that to happen. It was no different than with Rihanna. Even Jay-Z had to step in at certain points and be like, yeah, no. That's why you'll never hear a Beyonce and Chris Brown track, or anything like that, because Jay-Z ain't playing that. No. There was a lot of friction with Jay-Z and Rihanna. That's where it started. And people turned it into Jay-Z being jealous. No, he didn't want what was going on with his artists to continue. So again, and it's not the same situation. That's an actual relationship with DV, meaning that there's usually a long past or the beginning, of something that, no, she wasn't even claiming Tory. She wasn't even claiming them. As far as we were concerned, even still to this day, they weren't together. So how was the situations are completely different. Most people in DV are in a relationship, so they'll admit it. Like, yeah, that's my boyfriend, that's my girlfriend. Certain things that transpire while we were together. DV, like, especially if it's violent. DV. So, but as far as we're concerned, that was her homie. That wasn't Bae. So that was even if Tory is the one that allegedly popped out her friend did that. Not her man. Her man Senzudi. Even more reason, she was protecting a friend. She was protecting her man. She wasn't for her. This is not a for my man type of situation. No, this is a for my career. Gays. So please remember to be open-minded. Gays, tell them, Jenna, be open-minded or be open-minded. But I'm just saying we're going to compare situations and they need to compare. Like, we're not just going to compare any type of situation. A woman right now going through that type of situation, if she had the wherewithal or awareness or appeal, name, following as a Megan Thee Stallion, there's going to be way too many people around her that will protect her before they just allow anything to happen. There's too many women that do not have the type of protection that Megan has. She can have armed security guard follow her everywhere, and all of that and whatnot around the clock. There's many women that are going through DV right now that don't have those privileges, that can have someone that's around them armored to protect them from someone that wants to end them because they can't control them. So this isn't the same thing. So it's to me, it just doesn't make it. I mean, it's so different. Like, there are armored men that follow her everywhere. follow her everywhere. So her leaving that type of situation is 10 times easier than a woman that's just at home working a 9 to 5, trying to provide for her and her kids. That it's going to be hard for her to leave certain situations. It is. She's so dependent, especially if that person watches the kids or whatever. There's many reasons. But in Megan's case, no children, not married, not even dating, no ties. We're not going to get them. That means there's no comparison like that. We don't need to be comparing those because, there's plenty of people in this chat, I'm even sure, that have been through DV and they hear Megan's situation and it's not the same thing. It's not at all. The first incident of anything actually happening with them, which this was the only incident, she got away with immediately right after. There are people that go through it on a day-to-day basis, like every single morning, day, night, like they're dealing with it. It's part of their life. That's not Megan. So we're not going to compare the two. Like, she was not literally protecting her abuser. No, because it could have been Chelsea. I mean, so she was protecting them, not him.
And Kelsey, this is not the first time. You had been hooking up with Ben Simmons. Meg went behind your back and hooked up with Ben Simmons. You had been hooking up with the baby. Meg went behind your back and hooked up with the baby. And so the defense starts dropping all these grenades. The crowd is captivated. The jury's like, oh, what's going on? And there's every reason to believe that there could have been a fight here, not between Tory and Meg, but between Meg and Kelsey. And the shooting could have not been Tory. It could have been done by any one of the other people in that car. What does all of this mean? Well, I'll tell you a couple things. First, Corey Gamble, Kris Jenner's husband, is going to testify, so this will continue to be must-see TV. Two, the judge is terrific. I expect a very fair trial. The lawyers on the defense side are terrific. I don't know what the government lawyer was doing, giving an opening presentation that made it seem like the most open and shut case ever, when in fact there are huge questions, including an eyewitness who saw two women fighting, suggesting that you have to explain that theory to the jury, and you didn't. So I don't love the prosecution's opening in that regard. Stay tuned. We'll have the full coverage here. It's up and it's stuck in the Tory Lanez trial. So that's the prosecution's case. Seems pretty easy. Then the defense comes up, and man, it gets spicy. First,
Sorry. I do think it's weird that Tory knew that Megan slept with all of those people, but he was still hidden. So you were saying all that to Kelsey in the car to say what? Because clearly none of that matters if you were smashing too. So let's not put the Z in Zam. Let's not put the Z in Zam, Tory. Because if you were saying all that to Kelsey about, to Kelsey about Megan, she said with the baby, she said with this person, she said with that person. Okay, well, you slept with all those people too. If you slept with her, you slept with all those people too. So what about it? What about it? Y'all love horses. What about it? So, it is what it is. But the plot definitely thickens with this, because this makes Megan look guilty. She is guilty of things. She is. Her getting allegedly pow is not her fault. It is not. And nobody should have done that to her. But again, accidents do happen. So if it was an accident, just simply state it was an accident. Like, why make it because that's a heck of an accusation to be placing onto someone. I would hate to think she did all of that for attention, when she could have just simply said that, there was an altercation between us. It was dumb. A weapon was out and it shouldn't have been. And in the process, because Kelsey and Tory both tested positive for GSR, gunshot residue. Both of them. So both of them had their hand on that weapon. Whatever you are going to make Tory, wouldn't you have to make Kelsey the same thing? Why is it more dire? Because allegedly a man did it, but if you hear a woman may have been involved, then it's still not nobody should have been touching no weapon. Nobody. And if Tory was pow-powing, a weapon or anything like that, and Kelsey walked up to him, girl, who are you, Superwoman? Who are you, Superwoman? If he was pow-powing, you and your friends should have got up out of there. Even if y'all were at odds, y'all should have got up out of there. with both of y'all, if you approaching a weapon and Tory is powering a weapon and Megan does not leave, you do not leave. Instead, you approach him to remove it from him, then that's why I say it's definitely not something I feel that was deliberate. It was something I feel that's why it was ricochet, allegedly, from the bullet, because I just think that that's what it was, ricochet. I don't think he like even pop out at her feet. I don't think that. I think that he was just pop out a weapon towards the ground and whatnot. Because again, if Megan felt like he was about to harm her, why not leave? I mean, I would run. If somebody about the witness that was on scene said that he saw 2 women fighting, 2 women before the pow happened. So that means that Megan and Kelsey were outside fighting, the both of them. And from what the witness is stating, it was a physical altercation, verbal and physical, drunken, but a verbal, physical, you know, and at times got physical. Not like the whole thing was physical, but at times got physical. Okay? I mean, it's that simple. That means that all of y'all are dumb and took a part in this. There is no regardless. There is no regardless. Don't go around drunk around people you don't know and people you know of. She does need to take accountability and responsibility for being a drunken, driving the boat mess. She needs to be accountable for that because that's how she's going to learn. Just blaming a situation on somebody else that you took part in, you learn nothing. You learn nothing at all. So you go around with that same mentality, meaning that you'll do the same thing again. But will you make it out the next time? I guess we'll see. There's no reason to being a risk taker. As soon as the weapon got pulled out, or she saw a weapon or heard a weapon, even being in a drunken state, if she can stand outside and fight and argue, she can walk away. She can walk away. And if somebody pounding at you, it's like, why wouldn't you run anyway? I don't feel like he was pounding at her. I think because of Kelsey and the argument that they got into, Megan didn't want to be around neither one of them. She didn't want to be around neither one of them. And Tory, being ignorant, trying to control the entire situation, had a weapon sending out there pow, not deliberately at anyone, but in the process ricochet, because again, there was no full bullets or anything like that removed from Megan. So that means ricochet is no different than what they stated before from a semi-automatic weapon that was not found on scene. That was not found on scene. So again, if she wouldn't have invited that type of energy around her, she wouldn't have had to worry about it. It's just regardless. What you mean regardless? What do you learn from that? So Megan should just keep leaving parties with people. She should just keep hanging out with random men that she don't know, that's carrying unregistered weapons that would even pow at all around her. She should just keep doing that. Because regardless, girl, bye. Like, I ain't teaching my daughter none of that, I promise you. I ain't teaching my daughter none of that. None of that. None of that. None of that. Don't feel like you're perfect because you're a girl. If anything happens around you, you're not responsible. You are. There are certain situations you can avoid. There are. And there's some that are the inevitable. Wrong time, wrong place. That wasn't one of those situations. Megan had security and chose not to bring her security that night. That's called karma. I don't want to bring my security with me because he gonna have security of the nigga that I'm smashing that's also smashing my best friend and was smashing her first. Recipe for disaster. If her security was there, it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have. Is that Tory's fault that she didn't bring security? She didn't feel like she needed to because Tory already has security. No, I'm saying stay out of those type of situations because as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if Tory did it or Kelsey. Both of them had GSR on their hand. Both of them. So we don't know who's responsible. We still don't know. We still don't know. And that's not blaming anyone. It's knowing your surroundings, knowing who you're with. Knowing who you're with because anything can flare up at any time. I'm sure Megan did not think that was the night that Kelsey was going to find out that they smashed in the same dude. I'm sure Megan didn't go thinking that this night she's going to find out. But did she still include herself in that type of environment and situation? She did. She didn't have to do that. She could have simply brought her security and that situation would have played out completely different. It would not have played out the same with Megan having somebody there to protect her. Tory has somebody there to protect him. Did he get pow? Megan could have did the same thing. You're a star, sweetie. Like, you're not some round-away girl. You're not an insta thought, you know, and stuff like you're not that. You're Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, you going to Kylie Jenner house. Okay. Bring your security. If security wasn't needed, then why did Tory bring some? Y'all didn't go off security lists. Y'all didn't go out that way. Doesn't matter if y'all was going to a party. Like, it does not matter. It doesn't. And again, like I said, we don't know who did what. I have no idea. Hopefully we'll find out the truth. Because, I mean, if you feel like Megan told you, I mean, the story changer, I mean, that's completely fine. Again, she came and told IG what happened to her before she told the police. So that it's never victim blaming. It's never that. A victim is going to go to the police. She's Megan Thee Stallion. I can see a subscriber going to social media before they go to the police so they can get some attention and awareness to what they're about to bring forward. Megan, she don't need that. Remember, it took the public to tell her to go and file charges against Tory, to go do a police report on Tory. That's not something she did and came forward and said what Tory did to her. No. She came and told us first because it was more important that we know. But let's not say anything to Megan. Megan is perfect. What is she learning? Like what? Because there's a lesson for everybody to take from this. Even victims. Like, she didn't get essayed, you know, or anything like that. Cut it. Like that. That's not what we're talking about. Because there would be no excuse. There would be no excuse. There were shrapnel found in her feet again. She didn't have holes in her feet like Jesus Christ did. Like, y'all act like she was nailed to a cross. She wasn't. Shrapnels don't sound deliberate to me, sweetie. It just don't. It sounds accidental. He was too close to, if he was really trying to get her, to miss. Even at bad aim. Still. I mean, again, there's things to be learned on all sides. Like, let's stop making this, you know, like, she wasn't R-worded or anything like that, because there's no excuse. I don't give a good God. I don't care what she was wearing, what she said. If she said yes and then change her mind and say no, no means no. No means no. It don't matter if it's at the beginning, the middle, or the end. When that person says stop, stop. It's that simple. There's no excuse for anything like that. But 3 drunken idiots out on the town, all sleeping with each other, like, gross. Like, let's not make this bigger than what it actually is. No, look right at it. Don't look around it. Look at it. Like, nah. When nobody want their daughter in this situation. My daughter allegedly got pow because she was fucking her best friend, dude. Gross. But let's keep going. Gross.
In the car between Megan and Tory, because Megan allegedly said that Tory music was no good. The prosecutor also stated that individual by the name of Jawan Smith drove Tory and Megan to the party. The DA stated in the opening that Tory and Megan had an intimate relationship. This is in contrast to what Megan told Gayle King, and I thought that was very interesting, that the prosecution would say that those two had a relationship, and she tells Gayle King that there was no relationship. It's the prosecution's content.
Shout out to Dennis Byron, who was just over here on our platform. Hey, Dennis. So again, Megan just gets to lie. She just gets to make up things and say things. And because people want her to be a victim so bad, because being allegedly pow from what we gathered, I guess it did happen. You can't. It's not an alleged. She is a victim. She's a victim of being pow by shrapnels of a ricochet of a bullet. That is, people got to stop making it seem like she literally got like pow. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. A pop out is a pop out. I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't need to be full on for it to be considered. No, she got hurt. You know, she got injured in whatever took place. You know, so that's no alleged. Her going into the doctor, all of that, being a victim. Like, so I'm not taking that from her. But it's like people are trying to victimize her in other ways by trying to turn Tory into something that he's not. It's like, why we got to turn him into something that he's not? He little, and he got a complex probably, and he shouldn't have had no weapon at all. It's that simple. And if Kelsey had it, she shouldn't have. I mean, it's that simple. All of them were intoxicated. Nobody should have been touching a firearm in the first place. So at the end of the day, with Megan getting injured in what happened, she's a victim of that. Like we can't take that from her. And I'm not taking it. Like I said, again, I'm not taking that from Megan, no matter who did it, whether it's Tory or Kelsey. The girl got injured. That's simple. Tory didn't get injured, neither did Kelsey. They're not a victim. A victim of what? Victim of what? Okay, I didn't think so. So I'm again here flip. That would make Megan that, but it does not excuse fabricating things and making things up to make use, to just make it seem like she just went through so much. Because in Megan's eyes, I'm not even gonna say Megan's eyes, Megan was with Tory. She was, and romantically, physically, sexually, they were together, right? So with that being said, why go to everybody else's face and lie and say that y'all weren't? We were not involved. We did not have sex. This is what Megan said. She said they were not romantically involved. There was never any sex between them. None of that. Nothing like that ever happened. Which is a lie. Like, girl, even Kelsey has admitted to the fact that she slept with Tory. Even she has, and she was your best friend. So yeah, I mean, I think Kelsey was confused at Kylie's party because allegedly when Tory was getting all up on Kylie, Megan and Kelsey started to feel a certain way about it. So both of them pressed at the same time over the same loser. Both of them. But the thing about it is, we can't look at Kelsey as dumb, because Kelsey was single, enjoying herself, and you know, having this little situationship with Tory. I don't think that they were in a relationship, but I mean, they probably spent a decent amount of time together. And then Megan comes behind her best friend's back, knowing that she's dealing with Tory, and sleep with him. Like, why? Gross. And she knows how that makes her look. But she don't want people to know that. She don't want people to know that she's that type of girl. Because with Megan not claiming these men is giving you sleeping your way to the top. You're sleeping for people for collaborations. Ashanti has came forward and other people have stated, hey, this producer, this person wanted me to sleep with them to get this or sleep with them to get that. This artist wanted me to blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. It looked like, Megan, you just taking the bait. It's just, you know, you've done plenty of features with the baby. We never knew that you guys slept together until he said something. Megan didn't deny it. She didn't deny that she slept with the baby. And now back then during this altercation, but the baby said it himself that he slept with Megan before Tory in his album, the album that he just dropped. He said it was before Tory, like during all of that pop out or not, I will sleep with her then. Type of situation. And Tory still went behind the baby. Well, because I mean, you can look at it the same way, but you know, men, I guess, just don't look at it that way. Because the baby could have been mad at Tory, but why would he when he messing with Mimi and Danny at the same time? So you're here flip. But Megan knows how that's going to make her look like that is dirty. That is not how we do friends. Like we don't do friends that way. And everybody know girl code, boy code. You know. I don't have to be claiming that person. Me sleeping with that person and chilling with them is enough for you to know that you shouldn't. It don't mean because we ain't walking down the aisle or anything like that, that your turn. No, it doesn't mean that. It means it's billions of people on the planet. Why? Why? Are you like, really? That's where we at? So again, Megan just wanted to hide these things and how dirty she did Kelsey. Because how you sleep with your friend, Lil Dip, and then you come forward throwing shots at her like she did something wrong because you have the bigger audience. So she gets to bully Kelsey, and all of that. And Kelsey just got to sit back and take it, And so she's just like, you know what, I had enough. And she did that track busting back, and literally that's what she was doing because Megan just kind of started just attacking her, and we had no idea why. Well, why? It's given that obviously Kelsey must have went behind Megan back because why is Megan so pressed, about this situation? You would think that it was the other way around, that how Megan's energy was for Kelsey. So all of that stuff is fine. We can overlook all of that. Megan going on multiple platforms, lying instead of keeping the same story, coming forth feeling like she has to. She never had to come and tell the public anything. She could have just went and made a police report, took this to court, and then did interviews and stuff afterwards. But instead, she rode that wave. It's like, again, if you were PAW, you're a victim no matter what. Why are we going around if you believe in it, then I'm all for it. But it was she making commercials of Black Lives Matter, protect Black women, all of this stuff, right? Because of her feeling bullied, because certain people not believing her and whatnot. That's all fine. Protect Black women, all of this stuff. And then as soon as the attention goes off of the powering and whatnot, she goes right back to who she was. If you believed in protect Black women, this is something that you have to stay on top of, Megan. This isn't something that you get to just come here through and say because you feel as a Black woman right now, you're not being protected. So this fits your narrative at this moment instead of just in general. You too busy coming live and going on your IG and Twitters and stuff like that, talking about the ish that people are saying and the shade that people are throwing. Besides shouting out people like Brittany Griner, who has made it home. Now that's a Black woman. Didn't you want her to be protected, Megan? Aren't you glad that she's home? But when you come forward, it ain't nothing about protecting Black women. You want to throw subliminals, all of this stuff. Girl, I thought Black women still being mistreated. What? Since ain't nobody talking about your powering right now, like it's just because she completely abandoned the cause. Completely. She abandoned it all to fit her narrative. That's all that was. Because if it's protect Black women, it should still be that. She ain't hashtagging it. She ain't going around saying it. She ain't doing none of that. Because it only applied to her. She didn't care about the true meaning of protect Black women because you stand for that. You walk in that. It's going to be your everyday thing. If it's something you believe in, it's still justice for Shanquella. That's something I believe in. So I'm going to talk about it as much as possible. I'm going to push as much attention to it as possible, as much awareness to it as possible. Not as soon as I get Black women to feel sorry for me and rally behind me, I'm going to abandon them and start twerking in their face again. No, it's trash. So we're not just going to look at part of what Megan has done. She's done a lot. And it's unnecessary for somebody that we have alleged proof that was pow, sweetie. That's all you need. It don't matter that you have naysayers and stuff out here, but that's what she cares about. What people say. That's what she cares about. She lets the internet control her and her career. She does that. Because she could have came forward and said that about Tory. Again, she's not sitting at home and Tory was sitting upstairs, so I'm scared for my life. He ain't nowhere near her. She's around her team, security. She even got more security, all of that. When she got one on live and said what Tory allegedly did to her, she was been protected. She been placed away from the situation. She had heels. She was all out of DJ Khaled house, and all of that. It's like, girl. But let's overlook all of that. We need to look at it because she's a victim. She's been a victim. It doesn't matter who, even if Kelsey got a fragment or something piled in her foot, and she a victim too. I mean, she would have been one too. But, it just was Megan. You know, so again, but and she was putting more on it than what it was. That's what I said. You would have think that Tory did some awful things to her, how she was pushing this situation. It's just like, girl, it was one night. You going on a campaign about one night? Girl, go to court. Go to court. You all on stage. This isn't like, girl, all of this ain't necessary because you don't believe in none of it. You don't believe in protecting Black women and all of that stuff, girl. Because that's a lifelong mission, not just because I got pow and it's men making fun of me. Black women aren't protected. No, you didn't feel protected within that moment. Come forward and be honest. Let's not include a bunch of innocent women you care nothing for to fit your agenda. You don't care about those women. You would still care about them now. You're not acknowledging them. You're not hashtagging them. You're not doing none of that. But you did commercials on Protect Black Women. You did that. And you got paid for it too. You sure did. So it's just like, yeah, girl, please. Like, yeah, Megan has trashed me. So you're not going to force me to like her because she's Black. What about it? I don't agree with a lot of things she's done. A lot of this stuff has been unnecessary. When you are a victim, there's nothing for you to prove. The fragments were on your foot. They removed it. You say he did it. Go to court. Go to court. Not IG. Not on stage making these campaigns to abandon them. Because she's abandoned each campaign she started. Going on SNL, all of this, just to, again, exploit causes because you fit. It's no different than if she was LGBTQ. If she was gay, she would have used them too. As a Black gay woman, I don't feel protected. Like, girl, don't do that. Don't do that. Be that. Be that. It's nothing to do. It's a way of being. If you're being treated away, that's your way of life. So go for it. Like, if you feel like these people have been, and you a part of that, rock it. Stand for it. Not abandon it as soon as you feel like you've gotten your point across. Now, let's go back to twerking in front of the girls. Okay, Megan. Okay, girl. Okay, but let's go back to Dennis Byron.
Mentioned that the fights started in the car between Megan and Tory because Megan allegedly said that Tory music was no good. The prosecutor also stated that individual by the name of Jaxn.
Dennis, what the hell you talking about? What courtroom was you in, Dennis? Because now the other man with the voice that we like, because we like your voice too, Dennis. But the other man, him, the one we listened to before, Dennis, we wanted to be what he said. Nah, he said it was about them, about Megan sleeping with everything moving. He said that Megan was being Ebony from the Players Club. He said, no. She was over there being Ebony. I just came to dance for y'all. That's it. I just came to dance for y'all. That is it. So, no, he said that she was over there being Ebony, trying to sleep with Diamond, boyfriend, trying to sleep with her cousin, man, and all of that. We like that one, Dennis. Now, I'm going to let you slide with this music part. We're going to let that slide. But no, we wanted to be what the other man said. I like what he said, Dennis. I don't like that. I don't know about that, Dennis.
Smith drove Tory and Megan to the party. The DA stated in the opening that Tory and Megan had an intimate relationship. This is in contrast to what Megan told Gayle King, and I thought that was very interesting.
You thought you found the lie very interesting. Yeah, like, I mean, that's go ahead, Dennis. Just say she lying. She lying. Is what it's giving. So yay. So yeah, nobody got time for that. Shout out to Tasha Gray. She said all three of them did not take this pop series. I don't think none of them did. Again, I feel like Megan took it differently when she was embarrassed. I feel like Megan was embarrassed by that footage from TMZ, her hopping around. Well, I think she was embarrassed. I feel like that was the mindset upset. That's what made her change her mind and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna tell everybody, because her and Tory were still talking. Y'all have to remember, when this first happened, Megan put out, after she said what she said about Tory, it took a couple of weeks too. After that, Megan started putting out receipts, text messages, and all of that Tory was sending her. Megan was responding to those text messages. The text messages, she swore he was apologizing to her about the pow-powing. He didn't say it in the message, but he just kept saying, like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Type of situation to Megasis. And she said that he was alluding that he was apologizing for the pow-powing. So that means that you were still talking to him. So if you truly felt like this person was trying to be your abuser, and was trying to hurt and harm you, at your stature, being privileged to be able to have all type of protection around you and stuff like that, why would you even oblige him, Megan? Why would you even speak to him, especially if you were not involved romantically? Why for come, girl? Why you didn't tell him? Like, you should have just set him up, and that's what I would have did. Since you're gonna talk to him, set him up to make him say that he the one who did this to you. That's what I would do. I'd be like, but like, why did you do it? Like, why did you aim it at me? Like, why couldn't you aim it like towards the sky? Or something like that. I would have set him up. Yeah, Tory Carsey Lanez. I would have set you up. Okay? I would have set you up. Yes. Oh well. I would have set you up. I would have wore wire, all of it. All of it. But yeah, I would have set him up. That's what I would have did. I mean, if I'm going to talk to you, I mean, hey. So clearly, she wasn't trying to set him up. She was still feeling him. They were still in cahoots. They were still talking, which I don't know how, after he done put out all her tea. Nah, it's crazy. Now he done put out all her tea. Was like, you slept with the baby, you slept with this person, you slept with them. Like, I would want to see with him after that. Like, I was like, for real? For real? My whole black book? Do you have a copy? Like, you worried about all my bodies. Why you so pressed by my bodies? Are you mad that I'm keeping up? Are you mad that you ain't beating me? Are you mad that I got one more than you? Are you mad? Like, are you mad? You just mad that I let you sleep with that white girl. That's all that is. You just mad that I came in between you sleep with that white girl, that Jenna. That's all it is. You wanted to sleep with her, and I have to let her know, like, look, both of us is sleeping with him already. No, it's plenty of coochie around here. Well, no. Because Kylie didn't have no choice but to kick them out the party. I mean, especially if Megan's sitting across the pool looking at you like that. I'll be like, yeah, bitch, you gotta go. Like, yeah, you ain't about to be sitting over. Yeah, you and you. Because that's how both of them was sitting over there looking. Kelsey and Megan. They both sitting over there looking at Kylie like, white bitch. I know. In front of me? And then Megan realized that she can't even say nothing really to Kelsey about it, because it's just like, because Megan was about to turn around and turn around drunk and be like, and then she had to realize who she was about to be talking to. And was just like, because you sleep with him too. Oh, okay, girl. Well, you know my pain, girl. You know how upset I am is right now, girl. Girl, do you know how mad I am, girl? Look at this. Both of them sitting there equally pissed over the same dude, So that's, girl, that's because they would have went down right there. If I was sitting there with my friend and my dude sitting over there, somebody else, I'm like, oh, okay. Carsey, get over here. That's what I'm saying. And then if she's standing at the same time as us, he's standing at the same time as me. Excuse me? Because it's going down right there. Like, what you calling my man for? I got this. Because wait a minute. We ain't both about to be caught. We ain't both. What we upset for? What that were? What that were? What that were? Because I'm on a date right now. Girl, what you on? What is this? Explain it. I'm gonna need you to explain this because I'm planning on sleeping with him when we leave here. Like, I mean, I'm mad at him and everything, but he's still gonna get it. So, what is this? What is it? No, what is what's you mad at? Girl. So yeah, because it would have had to go down. It would have had to go down. And that's what was about to happen, girl. That's what was about to happen. So then Megan and Kelsey started arguing. They left that part out. Because that's really why Kylie kicked them out. Because Megan and Kelsey and then Tory, insert Tory, they was all getting into it. And girl, Kylie was like, this is really black. You guys gotta go. You guys gotta go. This is getting too black for me. I just like the clothes. I just like the clothes and the boys and the guys. I just like black clothes and guys. So since I'm not gonna be able to sleep with I'm gonna need y'all to leave. Pack up his PlayStation and go in there, get his sippy cup and them gushers off that counter in there. And I'm gonna need you and this big old thick girl, her, the one who ate all of the chai wings, her. Yeah. She ain't say me one. She could have been left. She could have been left. The girl with all of that weave, her. Yeah, the thick one, her, the beige, her. Yes. Leave. 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 All of y'all. Hurry up. Hurry up. Her. Because girl, and that's why Kelsey, that's why Megan went and slept with Travis Scott. Because she did. Travis Scott cooked Megan dinner after that. It was after that. It was. Travis Scott cooked dinner for Megasis. He had a chef come over there and he cooked dinner for him and Megasis. That's why Megasis went over there, because she's like, no, because you're trying to sleep with because this is what I do. Megan went over there like, this is what I do. I sleep with people niggas. This is what I do. You tried it. Y'all think that y'all the only sluts and y'all not. Like, y'all is not the only hoes. Like, y'all tried it. Like, ugh. Girl, now I'm sleeping with him. Now I'm sleeping with Stormy Daddy. Now I'm about to sit on Stormy Daddy's face. What about it? What about it? Now I'm sitting on Stormy Daddy's face. Girl. And he gonna cook for me before. I'm gonna be nice and full when I go in there and plop down on it. Now what? Now what? I was over there. Yeah, what about it? Now what? Mm-hmm. What about it, Kylie? Mm-hmm. What about it? Someone who knows how to rap without even falling off. Nah. So that Megan went over there like, now what? Big old freak, big old trick. This is a big old state. Bye. So yeah, you got mad. What about it, Kylie? That's why she slept with Travis. Nah. So yeah, Megan was on a roll. Megan got a really friendly coochie. Yes. Megan's coochie is very nice. It absolutely is. It likes to be neighbors. Okay? It likes to be neighbors. So here, Flip Party, you over there after a lot of dick. I just want you to know. A party go get tested. Ooh, party say go get tested. She's like a gay guy. She's worse than a gay guy. Girl, Megan, stay off of POS, girl. Oh my God. Megan, you a thought. Megan, you a thought. I like it, girl. I like it. I like it. So begins, girl. Megan done slept with everybody. So parties go get tested every 3 months. Go get tested. So girl, let's move right on along. Let's get into the other tea, because we I'm glad I don't have a lot of topics, because we're gonna session her right after this. So Akbar Unfit V. Akbar Pop Quiz unfit the. Hold on, before we get into unfit, that was myrrh. That was myrrh. There was some myrrh. There was some myrrh. There was some myrrh. Hold on. Boom. So prosecutors claim that Tory Lanez allegedly punched Kelsey after he allegedly pow Megan. Now everybody in the chat that's saying that Megan is a victim. Is she still a victim if Kelsey did it? Because it's like, y'all see, she a victim if it's Tory. But if Kelsey did it, then it's just like, nah, I still believe that it's Tory. I still believe that it's Tory. Why so covered to be Tory if he... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Tory. Oh my goodness. So y'all look, I'm not making this up. Prosecutor says Kelsey followed Megan to help her. At this time, Tory begins to walk towards Megan and Kelsey. Kelsey approached Tory to stop him from approaching. When Kelsey approached him, prosecutor says Tory punched Kelsey and pulled her to the ground by her hair. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He that little that you had to pull her down to the ground? You had to do all of that? So you out there windmilling? Tory, let me find out you was out there like this. Tory, let me find out you was out there with your head down. Tory, let me find out. Tory, let me find out you ran up on Kelsey like, let me find out. Let me find out. Let me find out you had a hair like, let me find out. Let me find out. Tory, why are you putting your hands on that girl? Tory, let me find out you was. Tory, let me find out. Let me find out you. Let me find out. Girl, my God. Oh my goodness, Tory, you did that. Look at me. Carsey, you did that. You hit that girl. Why you hit that girl? Tory, hurry up. Tory, you put your hands on that girl. Tory, why you do that, Tory? Why you put your hands on that girl? You going to jail. Tory, you're going to jail. You put your hands on that girl. So, girl, Tory, you out there putting shrapnels in people and hitting a gun. Tory, you're going to jail. Nah, lock him up and bust her down and let her go. He out there punching on them girls. Prosecutors alleged that Tory Lanez then demanded they both get back into the SUV. Why they sitting out there listening to a toddler, I don't know. Because if anybody 4 foot anything told me to do anything, Lord, I'm going to hit him on top of the head. Because I would. He's talking about some, get back in the car. Get back in the, both of y'all. Get back in the car. I don't want to hear it. Get in the car. Get away from in front of me. Leave. So you're here, Flick. So while folk come, they both listen to somebody that they have to look down to respond to. I don't know. I don't know, but they listened apparently. Megan and Kelsey complied with his short wishes. Okay, look, y'all. Look. It said that Megan and Kelsey, both of them 3 feet taller than him, decided to get back in the car. Let me find out y'all was his hoes. You guys, this hoes is pimping since pimping since pimping. Ugh. I'm a boy, Damon. I'm like, what? I'm gonna tell you 2 bitches like this. Tory got out there, I'm gonna tell you 2 big bitches like this. Give it up real smooth and get y'all motherfucking ass back in the motherfucking car real smooth. Don't make no sudden motherfucking move. Or I'm gonna have, so I'm like, wait. What is going on here? What is going on here? Like, what is happening? Like, I'm gonna need you 2 big bitches to get in the car real smooth. Why I oughta. So Why they let this 2 foot, 2 feet pimping? I don't know. Ain't no nigga that's gonna drown in 3 feet ever gonna make me feel some type of way. You can't touch in 3 feet. We ain't got nothing to talk about. You in 3 feet and you like no. I'm gonna need you to at least start having them problems around 5 feet if we gon' because you ain't sending me nowhere. Yay high. No nigga getting out no car seat telling me what to do. It's just not happening. So gays, so they complied, y'all. They complied. That's what happened. And then it says when they got back in the car, oh, y'all were getting to it. When they got back in the car, Kelsey sent a text to Megan Security, Justin Edison, and said, help! Tory, pal, Megan. 911. So she done jumped in the car and flipped complete modes. Done pop Meg and hop back in the car because look, it says, okay, what that was before. Okay, it says prosecutors follow Megan to help her. This time, I'm not laughing at it. I'm laughing at Megan stupid. A person, Tory, you know, he punched her. So Kelsey ain't never said nothing about him punching her. So, but allegedly, Tory jumped up and hit that girl. So I don't know, Tory, you're going to jail. But Tory, you was going to the jail, Tory. So gays, so let's keep going. I can't believe Tory allegedly put his hands on Kelsey, y'all. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Tory put his hands on Chelsea, and put a 2 in the chat if you think he didn't. I'm gonna need y'all to hit this like button. So 1,500 y'all in here. Shanquella is not in the title. Justice for Shanquella. Boom, and you're mad. So and put a 1 in the chat if you think he put his hands on that girl, and put a 2 in the chat if you think he didn't. Now Jay Water, only one I see, and or Cozy is the only 2 I see. Why folk come? Oh, I see the Suntrista. They go with 2. They go with 2 because I know it's gonna be a lot of 1s. I know it's gonna be a lot of 1s. I knew it. Y'all like 1. You try to shine. Don't even try to attempt to defend him. 1. Ain't trying to hear Shawnee did it. And Shawnee did it shine. Ha 1 shine. So I knew it was gonna be a lot of wild. Ooh, look at Natural. She said 2. Natural E said 2. Baby Shay said 2. Didn't. No, he didn't. So gays. So shout out to she said he did. I ain't putting on them. He did it. Shawnee did it. I wasn't there, but I felt like he did it as well. So I had to be there. He did it. Shawnee did it. Why are you even asking us that? That's dumb. Like, what's next? Because like you tried. We gonna talk about Tasha. Because like yeah, you tried it. We gonna talk about Tasha. Y'all know I talk about transgender last because she don't matter. Yay. Relevancy is always discussed first. Shout out to Esther. She says, hi, Sean. Hi. Chad, she says, I love you and you deserve that. Thank you. I do. More people need to say that to me. Thank you, True Essence, for the super sticker, sweetie. Thank you, girl. And you give a face. Gays. So, and thank the member for becoming all of the new members. Welcome. Y'all be flying by. I'm sorry. But I love y'all. Welcome. So, moving on to the next topic. What's next, Sean? What's that? Oh, it's the unfit.
It's my husband, right? This guy's in a relationship, but he's not married. And I asked my pastor, I said, Pastor, God showed me that this guy was my husband in the dream. And my pastor said, well, if God showed you that, that means that's your husband. And if you try to be with anybody else, it ain't going to work. And that is surrendering to God. I can't go be in another relationship or this relationship or that relationship. It's not going to work. Because God already chose this person for me, even though he's in a relationship, right? But he's not married. God honor marriages, not boyfriend and girlfriend.
I never heard somebody just being so open about that or okay with that. Like, how is that?
I'm a real person.
How is that?
How is it?
Yeah.
Most days you cry because you want him to yourself.
Do y'all stay together?
No.
Is it like poly?
No.
You got daughters?
I got 1 daughter.
You got 1 daughter. What do you tell your daughter in that situation? If your daughter is Akbari right now,
you're losing her. You talking about parenting? You know who this is? This pop quiz. This Akbar unfit pop quiz V. You about to lose her. Because the Lord don't talk to her about her churn. The Lord don't talk to her about her churn. He only talks to her about man. Yeah. She got umpteen kids, but for some reason, the Lord done. He only come to talk to her about dick. God only talks to her about penis. He don't talk to her about nothing else. That's the only time the Lord come. When it come to Akbar, he don't come when it's time for her churn, when it's a parent teacher conference. He don't come in a dream and tell her what to wear. None of that. Churn got a basketball game. She go to 15 games in one season when her son was in football. She made it to one game and put it all over social media. See, I am a good man. Y'all got me for the shot. I'm for real man. Y'all got me for the I be around my motherfucking tears. Y'all try to me try to be clear. Is what she do because she is pop quiz. Okay. She is Akbar Pop Quiz V. But let's see what Akbar has to say about something she finds gross, which is parenting. Go on, girl.
Now, right? And she said, God came to me in a dream, and she said, this man is in a relationship, but he's my husband, right? What do you tell your daughter?
I tell my daughter to sit back and pray.
You tell your daughter to sit back and pray, but you into this whole relationship taking this man. I find that weird. So you saying the Lord is telling you to sin. Mm-hmm. The Lord is telling you to look, I don't honor relationships. I don't honor them. Go take him. That's your man. Hurry up. And go over there and take him. It don't matter if he in love. It don't matter if she in love. It don't matter if they happy. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing because I don't honor that. I only honor marriage. And they're not married. Although first comes love, then comes marriage. With Akbar, first comes insemination, then come the baby. And during the time of the pregnancy, hopefully, she find a way to be attracted or have feelings for this damn man. And they did none of the work before. So that makes no sense. So you want us to believe that the Lord is telling you to go enter a relationship of people that could be on the road to marriage, people that could be practicing abstinence or whatever until they decide to, even if they're not virgins, but decide to be abstinent until they get married this time around, do it the right way, and whatnot. So you don't think the Lord gonna bless none of that? You unfit. You tell your daughter to pray. Why you ain't pray? Why you ain't pray? You said the Lord told you that man that was over there happy where he was at, he told you to go over there and take that. The Lord told you to go be evil. The Lord said, go over there and just destroy all of that. Go over there and destroy all of that because I don't honor relationships. So since I don't honor relationships, go over there and take your man because that's who belongs to you. Although he could be happy with the woman he with and that woman could be happy with the man she with. I don't care because that man is for you. No. Because you do that with Drake. The Lord didn't tell you to stalk Drake. The Lord didn't tell you to do that. Every time you looked up, you was putting that I done have some churn coochie up in the air, talking about some Drake, do you want it? He said, no. But for some reason, you feel like you and Drake, y'all supposed to be. Why you think you're going to get Manuel, girl? I don't know. But yeah, did God tell you that too? Because you still ain't with Drake. You still ain't with him, girl. That's called the devil that was in your ear. Akbar, girl. The devil loves stuff like that. The devil loved to tell us to just go run and do just awful things to people. The Lord, they ain't got nothing to do with the Lord. And I talked to him about this before I came live. And Akbar, he keeps saying he don't know you. I talked to him. I'm just like, Lord, so Akbar V. And he was just, son, who? Oh. So is this Buddha that she's talking to? Is it Muhammad? Allah. It got to be somebody else because we're not talking to the same big guy. We're not talking to the same big guy because I keep asking him about her and he never knows what I'm talking about. So I'm just like, oh my God. Hair flip. So Akbar girl, shut up, you're gross. Shout out to Miss 925. She said, but the Lord didn't tell her to be a parent and stop being a parent. Right. That's why I said, why the Lord always got relationship advice for you, but he ain't never got no parenting? Like, gross. The girl, don't blame that on the Lord because you saw a man that you want, but he is in a relationship, so you feel like since you want him so much that's God. Tell you, God ain't, no, the Lord ain't in that. The Lord is not in that. I promise you, he not. The Lord is not in that. He ain't in that, girl. Ain't got nothing to do with the Lord. Don't you bring my Jesus in my 6 pounds 7 ounces baby Jesus. Don't you bring my 6 pounds 3 ounces Jesus Christ into this. I said, no, you didn't. Well, also, no. You ain't about to mess up my nativity scene. That's what you not about to. The Jesus Christ born 6 pounds 3 ounces with gentle hair did not say that. He ain't said a piece of that. Nah. So I'm just, don't do that. Don't do that. You tried it. Moving right along. So the judge grants Takeoff's alleged KILLER $5,000 to hire a private investigator. Now, this man with these veins in the top of his head that's supposed to be braids. He done said, according to NBC News, the judge has decided to grant Patrick Clark the money to Mr. Clark, the money to hire a private investigator to help his defense. As previously reported, Clark says he needed money because they used all their expenses to hire a defense attorney after they desperately needed a PI to prove his innocence. The judge gave him a maximum of $5,000 to hire a PI, Lord. That's what happens. So, y'all, Mr. Clark, Fair East Side. Ooh, y'all, this ain't looking too good. This ain't looking too good. He said he did not do this, and the court needs to have loyalty. Yay. Yes, Mr. Clark said he did not do this. He said he is a good man. He used to be a principal over there at the school, and he ain't did none of this with y'all, with that work. And I'm inclined to, I don't know. I am so on the fence when it comes to this, but Mr. Clark said he did not do this. What y'all want me to say? He said, Fair East Side. What y'all want me to say? I don't know what to say. I have no idea. Everybody say he was there, but I love you, Takeoff. Rest in peace, Takeoff. This is crazy. And the plot just thickens every time. But Mr. Clark said that he did not do this. He said he used to be a principal, and there was this girl at his school that had got pregnant, and her mama put her out, and he went to her mama's house and told her mama that she needs to stay here still because she has a bright future, even though that she is pregnant by a nothing ass nigga. And it's all right, but she's still a good girl. And he said he ain't do it. So the judge, they granted him this little 5 racks to do it. So I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I want to take off the rest in peace. I definitely want that. Just a bunch of chaos and confusion. But moving right along. So wait a minute. We skipped something. Let's get into Diddy gay baby. Now Diddy just had a surprise gay baby, y'all. He is a homosexual going around sleeping with heterosexual women making gay babies. That's why he called everything love. Love mean gay. That's all that means. I say it in gay bars all the time. Love mean gay, Diddy. You tried it. So Diddy around here making gay babies. Where is him and this gay baby? Hold on, let me get to the gay baby. We're gonna get into Aka can't keep a woman demics, Aka pay for women demics. Yeah, we're gonna get into because we got a lot of gay topics tonight. Where's Diddy and this damn baby? Now hold on, let me go over here a little bit because I thought I said it, but clearly I didn't because Diddy's gross. So Diddy, because I want to get to his post where he posted because ain't the baby name like Love or something like that, some gay. Let me see, because I'm sick of Diddy in these gay churn that he keep pushing out. That's all that is. That's all that word. But Diddy once again definitely got a type. It's something about them trans. I don't know what it is with the last name Tran, Carucci, and not Dana Tran, Carucci Tran, Dana Tran, and some girl, something about these Asians. I don't know what it is, but they like these girls that look like this. I don't know what it is. But so she posted love, the love light, all of this is gay. And she has a love necklace gay. And she showed her baby bump from a gay man. And it says, oop, Diddy announces that he has a baby girl, right? Diddy says, I'm so blessed to welcome my baby girl, Love Sean Combs, to the world. Love. So he says, I'm so blessed to welcome my baby girl, Love Sean Combs, to the world. Mama Combs, Quincy, Justin, Christian, Chance, Delia, Jesse, and myself, all love you so much. God is the greatest. So Diddy is having a child and not by Carisha. And not by Carisha. So, yes, Love Sean Combs. And it's a girl. So her middle name is Sean, her first name is Love, and her last name is Combs. They love them a little piece. Diddy got a type. He definitely got a type, and Carisha's not that. So, love you, Carisha girl, but he has a type, and again, you're not that. But I'm just saying, right, Carisha, please, right, male girl, Carisha, please, girl. So Young Miami reacts to academics saying he was pointing out the obvious by calling her a side chick, saying he says he constantly harasses her. So DJ Academics say, Young Miami mad at me for pointing out the obvious. You said that nigga go together real bad. That had another baby with another woman and you the side chick. Don't get mad now. At least you have hella gifts. Live your life, queen. Also, you tell us your business. LOL OFC. We gon' comment. So Miami says, it's cool for a man to constantly harass me online and I don't know. He did the same ish when my car got popped up. He laughed when I almost lost my life. Find someone else to play with. I can react how the F I want to. Okay, Carisha girl. So the next thing says, Carisha says, Diddy won't even look half of these itches way. Majority off of, I'm sure she meant, of y'all praying upon a falling star itch. Please. Okay. Carisha, I don't think it's too many heterosexual women that's mad that a gay guy isn't. It's giving, y'all girls just mad because this gay nigga don't want y'all. That's what it's giving. Okay. Girl, I just feel like the hetero girls are not jealous. Don't get me wrong, but they like the finer things in life, especially how you getting a girl. Probably, but again, it ain't too many females pressed about no Diddy. I'm just saying, girl, money and all. Yeah. And so she says, academics, my name ain't D, so keep it out of your mouth. You the type of N of my uncle and them doing life sentences for me. She says, I'm nobody's side-ish. Let's make this clear on this Good Monday. I don't come second to no ish. Carisha, girl. You don't come second to no Ish. So if you had a baby right now, would you have a baby before this girl or would you be second? You think that a chick with no children by him is going to make him more receptive or caring about you versus someone that he has a child with? He acts like he loves his children so much. So if he does, then again, Carisha, you don't compare. Remember Summer Walker? That's why she had a baby by London on the track. Because out of all of the girls that were fighting over London within that moment in time, Summer wasn't one of them. She would respond to some of his baby mamas, but the thing she had over them is that she didn't have any kids, and she definitely didn't have a kid by him. So she decided to do just that because she's seen that these baby mamas was important to him, obviously, because she can't get rid of them. So maybe if I have a baby, this will make them go away. And all that happened was she became single, a single mother. That's all that happened with that situation. So it's the same thing, girl. Carisha, Diddy probably cashing you out, but not like he doing Dana. Yeah, you probably do. You know, Kim Porter, he bought her homes, all that, just because they had kids. And he's done that with all of his kids' moms. All of them. All of them own homes and, you know, all of that. Yeah, he done bought you a car too, but he provided money for their lifestyle, cars, homes, businesses, all of that. He definitely did so and does, even giving them percentages of proportions of certain parts of his companies just to make sure that he and his children, that his children and their mothers are okay. They complain about a lot of things, but money, his children's mothers do not. Like they don't. I done heard Diddy, I done heard, some complaints from some of his children's mothers, but money really isn't that. That's not really anything that ever comes up. So again, Carisha, you are a side chick. Like, why would you? Just have fun. You don't have to be Diddy's main because you're not. And each time you try to make it seem like you have more relevancy than you do, he does something that makes someone more important than you. Because a kid's mom ain't going nowhere. Where's she going? At least for the good 18 to 25 years. Yeah, the first 18 to 25 years, that person is going to be around often, type of situation. And Dana didn't just come around yesterday. You're the yesterday type of chick, Carisha. You have to realize you are younger. So you're coming into a game that a lot of girls have been playing already because Diddy likes them young. He definitely pulls them young. The Cassies, all of that. His girls are significantly younger, especially than he is. So you ain't nobody special, girl. Girl, fall in line. Miami, girl, fall in line. Are we getting this coin or not? Girl, are we getting this money or not? Girl, like, it's okay. You are a side chick. You are. It's okay. Girl, that's fine. Because you're right. Most girls wish that they could be a side chick like you. They wish that they was getting the amount of money and the type of clout and fame and, that you're getting, off being the side chick. Most of them the side chick to a dude with nothing, to a dude that got their car, to a dude, who they just gave money to, type of situation. So I get it. But at the same time, like, know your place. Know your place. Like, because normally I wouldn't even agree with academics, but I agree with him. I definitely do. He even stated, academics responded to Miami and said that, what do I have that? He said that Nick Cannon's women would never. And again, Nick Cannon's women know their place. Like, they know that there is no significance here. There is no importance here. This is more so of like a business transaction versus to a relationship. So, and I agree with him. Like, they wouldn't. Like, they know that it's right here. She says, so who's having a mental breakdown? You talking to me. And then he says, Nick Cannon women would never be having a mental breakdown the day he announces he announces a new baby. I'm just saying, straighten up. Y'all be knowing what y'all sign up for. And I couldn't agree more. You are the side chick. Like you somebody I play with. And that is what Miami is. It's like, girl, you're a toy to Diddy. Like, let's not, you don't want to be viewed that way. You would rather be viewed as Diddy's woman versus, because you see Diddy's caliber. And with that type of caliber, there's a certain type of label that you want to come with it. And side chick is not it. Old girl is not it. The girl Diddy smashing is not it. You want the title of girlfriend. That's why you force it. And not because you really want Diddy, because you don't. You want what Diddy has. Carisha, Diddy is not your type. We've seen the men you've dated, Carisha. Diddy's not one of them. He's not. You don't go from dating a man like Southside to dating Diddy, and it's like you upgraded. No, because Diddy's doing the same thing Southside did to you. He just has more money. The difference is that most people would rather sleep with Southside than sleep with Diddy. Like, I'm sure most people would prefer him over Diddy. That's what that is. You're not attracted to Diddy. You've never said that Diddy was one of your crushes when they put a microphone in front of you and interviewed you. It was never, oh, I want to be with Diddy. Oh, Diddy's so fine. No, girl. This was an opportunity. This was something you stumbled upon. Yeah. Diddy found different ways of using you. He uses younger women because they keep him buzzing. Diddy's not dumb. I will give him that. Diddy's not dumb. He did the same thing with Cassie. But she just, didn't pop musically. But he didn't want her to because of how beautiful she was and how so many men wanted her and sought after her. That was it's no different than you, Carisha. There's a lot of men, especially in this newer generation, the younger men, that want you. So it's not a coincidence that Carisha, you're hanging around him, and then all of a sudden, like the YSLs and the younger crowd of rappers and whatnot are hanging around him too. You're like bait in many different ways, and I don't think you get that. I really don't. Like he don't want you. Like he doesn't. He could definitely do without. And you want a sense of importance. You're not getting that. You're not getting that because that's boring to you now. The money and all that stuff is probably boring to her. It's something that happens consistently. Once you reach a certain place money-wise, it's other accolades that you want. And I feel like Carisha's point at this point in time, she wants to have a baby by Diddy. And I think that this is why I got underneath her skin, because she's not having a baby with Diddy because you're not Diddy's type. If Diddy's going to have a baby, it's a certain type. It's a certain type that Diddy's going for. Diddy hasn't been attracted to Black women, honestly, since the 90s. Like, and I no different than Tupac and whatnot. And them, I feel like he was just doing it for the culture. The Kim Porters and, his other son's mom, stuff like the culture. That was it. That was it. You're not his type. Mm-mm. There's going to be a lot of girls that may push out babies for him. You're not one of them. He don't want no child by you. He doesn't. That's why he keep that Jimmy on extra tight. He keep that Jimmy on extra tight because he don't want no baby by you. He doesn't. Your plaything. You have to realize that, Carisha. If you're not in a revolt meeting, you're not in a meeting. You're not in a meeting. It's that simple. When he's sitting down with the big white men of the industry and whatnot, and things and whatnot, setting up, you ain't nowhere to be found. But Dana was there. Dana be at those meetings. Cassie used to be at those meetings. You're not. Because again, Diddy's ashamed of you. You think that, the Florida accent and all of that stuff. No, Diddy frowns upon those things. It's fine in the club. It's fine, do it here and there. That's why he takes you certain places. That's why you're involved in certain things, because you would never be the type of girl that he brings home to mama. Carisha, when Diddy took his mom to that award show, you weren't near them. Because, no, no. On that red carpet with his mom and them, you were at the same event. You were in the crowd with a Go Poppy sign. You wasn't sitting there. No, he's called out Kim Porter's name when winning awards and stuff like that. He called out a lot of people's names that night, but he made sure you weren't present. He didn't say your name when he got up there and collected, what was that, a Vanguard Award or a Lifetime Achievement Award, or something like that he just received not too long ago, either this year or last year. He didn't say your name. You were in the audience. Go, Poppy. It's like you were, don't forget about me. You in the crowd with a sign, and his other side chicks was there too. they weren't in the, they ain't had no sign talking about some Go Pop. They didn't care. Hey, go for you. Make sure the check clear. But they wasn't Go Poppy. They were here way before you, girl. they were. Dana didn't just pop up. No, that Lisa girl, she didn't just pop up. Where is she? Hold on. Where that girl at? What do I still got on? Oh no, I think I deleted it. That one girl she was arguing with. She threw a party for Diddy with a birthday cake. It was a girl, not even 2-3 hours later. I forgot her name, and she's Asian as well. She was live talking about some happy birthday Diddy, same background where Diddy was staying. Fall in line. Fall in line before you get lost. Don't ruin a good thing. Don't ruin a good thing. Carisha, this is a problem for you because you're getting frustrated, girl. You're getting frustrated. What's having all the money in the world without truly being happy? You were happy with Southside until things went awry. But before that, you were happy. That was somebody you chose. You wanted to be with him. You were attracted to him, all of that. You're not those things with Diddy. You're forcing it because of relevance. Because again, you never said it that you wanted to be with him. People have asked you your rap crushes or people you find attractive. No. Right, Gina? Gina's been at events. Gina's been plenty of places with Diddy. Plenty of places. Plenty. Carisha has been places too, but she's never going to be anywhere that matters. Diddy's embarrassed of her. How she speaks, walks, talks, acts. I mean, there's a time and a place for certain things, and I don't think Carisha necessarily gets that. So yeah, you would never be who he chooses. If you got pregnant, Carisha, it would be a oops. Completely accidental. Completely accidental. Yes, absolutely. The condom broke type of situation because you're giving turkey baster. That's why you're so pressed. Because you want to be having a baby by Diddy. That's what you want. Because it gives you a different type of relevance. This is a permanent thing. At any moment, Diddy could just stop dealing with you. At any moment, you have nothing holding you. Like nothing. That's why they call it trap. That's why they call it trap. Okay? Diddy's making sure if he can be trapped by anybody, it ain't gonna be you. Yeah. Diddy does not want to have no child by you. You look at Diddy as a come up, Carisha, he saw that from a mile away. Y'all using each other, because, girl, you don't want no Diddy. You ain't satisfied by no Diddy. None of that. Girl, bye. Like, Diddy is something to do, not what you want. He's not what you want, I promise. It's a toleration because what's being given in the story. Moving right along. So, as y'all see, it says, shout out to Nipple Talk, it says, y'all surprised Derrick Jaxn and his wife are getting a divorce. Now, I am not surprised at all that Derrick Jaxn is leaving this lesbian. Now, Derrick Jaxn's wife has been a lesbian her whole life. And I think, Derrick's sick of that. Let's get into it. So she just needs to go ahead and go be a lesbian. Like, girl, go be a Bible thumping, lesbian. Like, it is what it is. So Derrick Jaxn Lanez says, over the past several months, my family and I have gone through many changes. Some of you have speculated while others have reached out to offer support, and as we privately established this new normal for ourselves and our beautiful children. Earlier this year, after much prayer, counseling, and deep consideration, we've decided to go our separate ways and file for divorce. Making the decision to file was one of the hardest decisions of my life, but I found peace knowing that our mission of raising our healthy children, that is not the mission. The mission was marriage, bitch. Starting with healthy and whole parents is still being accomplished. From falling in love just as teenagers to becoming spouses and now co-parents. I'm grateful for the years we spent together and wouldn't trade them for anything. I was blessed to have such an amazing person in my life and will forever be thankful for all she's meant to our family. We ask that if you pray, please pray for us as we navigate this grieving process. If not, please respect our privacy. How was you being private on a beach with thoughts instead of your wife? You out in Miami with thoughts instead of your wife. I just find that so weird. Like, Derrick is so trash. He is absolutely so trash. And he has been living off of his wife's thought process for years. He absolutely has. Derrick ain't wrote none of them damn books. He ain't did none of that counseling. All of that comes from his dyke wife. And now let's get into that. All of that comes from his lesbian wife, okay? Now this girl have been wanting, not deny her, girl, tell the truth, shame the devil. Girl, you a lesbian, it's all right, it's a beautiful thing. Come on over here and eat some coochie. Now, she done had coochie on the side of her, been tasting it through her husband, okay? Now she is the actual cuckold. He'll sit there and eat the roomchi and, you know, all of that stuff. He'll go have all of these affairs, and then he'll come back and she'll lick it off his face and inside of his mouth and all that because she's weird. Because she weird. Because she feel like, since I can't, no. She been giving this man permission to cheat for a very long time. So to him, it's not cheating, and to her, it's not cheating because she is a whole lesbian. She does not like pain. She has always wanted one. Now, when the girl grew up, she was doing sports and all of that stuff and wanted to be a boy. We did a live on this. And she used to dress up like a boy, like low key. She wanted to play football and basketball with the boys. She wanted to fight boys. All of that stuff, okay? Now, it wasn't her just wanting to be no boy. She is not trans. She is not none of that. She is a lesbian. That is all that is. She is a sporty lesbian. It's all she is. She's always been a sporty lesbian. And lesbians have a completely different mindset than men. But lesbians, most lesbians, especially if you're like a stud, you basically think like a man, you know, type of situation. So that's why she has always written for him, because that is not who she really is. She really been sitting over there, She really want to talk like that and act like that, but she acts all proper and pristine for their image. But she is a Christian, okay? And with Christianity, you know, they don't play all that gay stuff. They don't play all that boy on boy, land with man on man abomination stuff, girl. Abomination. Okay, the Bible don't play it. The Bible don't play it. Okay. So she had to force herself, but because she got to still be who she was. So when she coming forward with that bonnet on and stuff like that, she really want to fade. She absolutely do. And when she got on like the sweat clothes and stuff like that, that's just how she dressed. She want to be a boy, Damon. Like she like, you know, dressing more so of a masculine, you know, like tone, because that's how she feels. So since she can't act it out and be like, so since she can't be like that, since she got to be like, oh my God, I love the Lord, and this is my husband, and I lost weight so that we get married, you know, so you know, her flip. So girl, she's a whole lesbian. She absolutely is. She is a stud. She is, and she want to eat coochie, but she don't think that the Lord is going to like that. Okay. And Derrick Jaxn also says the same thing. So Derrick Jaxn was being gay for her. Ooh, y'all welcome. Ooh. So Derrick Jaxn was being gay for her. And that is what was going on. So he'll go around and, you know, just sleep with a bunch of people in parking lots at work and eating coochie and all of that. Yeah. And then he'll come home and lay it all on her, rub it all on her. Like, ooh, smell this perfume. Ooh, yeah, don't you wish that you could, you know, that girl was rubbing on you, but instead she was rubbing on me, baby. But it was all for you. I did it all for you, you know. And then she was just like, ooh, the Lord just keeps blessing me with a man that will go out here and be a lesbian for me. So she was basically sitting over there picking the girls that she was. You need to tell the truth, Janelle, and you need to tell the truth too, Derrick. She was over there picking the girls. Yep, you heard her first. She was over there picking the girls for Derrick to sleep with. All the girls he was sleeping with, that's why she ain't had no problem with these girls. She like, bitch, I chose you. I picked you, ho. Now you fired. Now go sleep with this one, Derrick. No, don't sleep with this one no more. No, because she tried it. She tried it because I actually wanted to sleep with her. But I can't sleep with her because I'm a Christian. But you can. So that you slept with her for me, and now she coming at me? Oh my God. So Derrick is or Denia's strap on. Absolutely. Y'all welcome. That's what's well. That's what Derrick was. Derrick was her strap on, y'all. So when Derrick would come in with all of these conquests and be like, oh, we did this and we did that and we did this, we did that, and we did this and we did that, she was just sitting there, you know, letting it fall on her like, you know, like she went through it, you know, so she would live vicariously through him because it was not her sinning, okay? It's only, gays, y'all is welcome. It's only considered an affair if the person does not know about it, right? So if you know about it, it's not an affair. So it's like if you're having a threesome with somebody, with your husband or your wife, that's not an affair, you know, because you all are in cahoots. So when all of these girls coming forward, because clearly he's a cheater, but, you know, to us, to the public, you know, this relationship guru, we're all thinking that he's cheating on his wife when he's really not. He's not cheating on her. They don't sleep together like that, you know, or anything like that because she's a lesbian. Like she's a big old lesbian. And so with her being a lesbian, you know, she didn't really want him in her like that. Like, look, we had a baby already. Stop. Leave me alone. Gross. Like, that's why she had postpartum after she had that baby and all that because she didn't want that child. She didn't want that child. That's very hetero, like gross. She didn't want that. And if so, she wanted it with another woman. She wanted another woman to be having that child because then she wouldn't have postpartum because that's what women go through. And that's what women go through. So, yes. So she had postpartum after they had their child and all that. She didn't want to braid that baby hair, you know, with none of that stuff. She didn't want to do the baby hair. She didn't want to touch it. She didn't want to feed it. And she didn't want to do none of that. So after this lesbian had this baby by this straight man, this is what happened. This is what happened. She's a lesbian. She's a big old lesbian. So, gays, so after they had the baby, that's when she really started feeling some type of way. She was like, you know what, this is really gross. Like, you keep coming to here like getting on top of me, and I'm a top, you a top. This ain't working for me. Like, you don't want a bottom, I don't want a bottom. I'm sick of this. Like, I want a top. I'm ready to top. So she started going out here creeping with women. Yes, she did, girl. She went out here creeping with women, y'all. And so people find out that allegedly her husband, you know, because her husband out here doing only God knows what. And she acting like she's sitting in the house with a helmet. She's sitting in the house over there with that bonnet on, acting like her husband, everything is fine. Okay, everything is fine with them, and that's a total lie. That is a total lie. Okay, everything's not fine with them. That is a total lie. All right. So, with that being a total lie, everything not being all right with them, y'all. Trans Rena keep it. decided to get back in the fold and let them, because this girl done came forward talking about some you trying to use the Lord and Bible scriptures to end people's life and people become widows and all of this weird stuff because she a lesbian. It's like, girl, why sit all over there trying to curse and hex people and all of this stuff because you like coochie too? Like, girl, we get it. Like, just be a lesbian already. Like, just do it, okay? But she don't want them churn. Them churn need to go with their daddy. So she gonna go get her lesbian on. So I'm a girl. So let's get into this. Ooh. Let's get into this. Who is Derrick Jaxn's wife, Danae Jaxn? And do they have kids? Okay. Despite raising children together, the couple's dirty laundry has recently been revealed. Derrick Jaxn got engaged to Danae Broadus in November 2016, and the pair married in Georgia on 2018. She is a stay-at-home mother who supports her husband through his entrepreneurial ventures. It's actually her ventures, but whatever. Derrick Jaxn started his YouTube channel December 2010. Since then, he has been making videos on the topic of love, romance, do's and don'ts, and a relationship. Danae went through drastic weight loss surgery in 2017, losing around 75 pounds before their wedding day. So he made her lose a whole bunch of weight because he's like, look, you're gross, okay? You're giving lesbian. So we're going to need you to lose weight so that people think that I'm actually attracted to you. So that people think that I like you. Because again, like, why does she have to lose weight? Like, if you loved her the way she was, it would have been fine for her to get married as is. But Derrick, again, they are pushing an image because Derrick is trash. She is the brains behind the operation. Because them trying to make it seem like she's a stay-at-home wife. She's not a stay-at-home wife. She's a stay-at-home guru. Relationship guru is what she is. Again, lesbians, especially studs, think like a man. The majority of them do, because how they approach women is more so, and it's more so of a masculine, type of tone. It's not a feminine energy when they are, addressing women, or whatnot. It's more because a lot of studs are like player, just like a lot of straight males are. That's why they kind of bump heads. Because a lot of straight hetero males is looking for the same things that studs, are looking for. A bad chick that's, pretty much heterosexual. They're kind of in the same, park. So that's why I can look at it and say that Derrick is getting all of his information from his wife, Danae, because she's always lived more so like a mentality as masculine, more so like a boy, wanting to play the same sports as boys, dressing like them, feeling like the love that her father, because she's written about it, feeling like the love that her father gave her brothers was more powerful than the love that he gave her. And she felt that it was more so of because, that they were boys, since they're men and they can do certain things that I'm not allowed to do, play certain sports that I'm not allowed to play. I feel that validation I'm never going to get because I am a woman. So that adds to the issues that she has. But at the same time, I do feel that she is attracted to women. She absolutely is. And she wants to be with them. And how she speaks, I'm a charming one. When Guardian Leviosa, power of 3 will set us free. I'm a charming. I ain't worried about these hoes, girl. So she definitely is the author behind those books. Her vocabulary is completely different from Derrick Jaxn's vocabulary. He projects off of what she gives him. So she is the actual embodiment behind it. And that's why he stayed with her for so long. You have the mentee-mentor, type of situations to where the mentee, Stormisha, feels that they are now strong enough to stand on their own now that they have sucked their mentor, Transrena Kibi, dry. So now since I've sucked this person dry and taken everything that they've taught me, I'm going to be extremely unappreciative and just run off on my own because I'm that girl. Although I wouldn't be that girl without her. So it's the same thing. Derrick doesn't feel as if he needs her anymore. It's time for us to go our separate ways. I'm tired of hiding the heterosexual women that I'm with because I'm married to a lesbian. This isn't working out for me. And he's selfish. I feel like she would have rolled the wave until she couldn't ride the wave anymore. But Derrick letting his, more so of his sexuality and sexual needs overpower his relationship, he's willing to sacrifice the information that he gets from her, because at the end of the day, this is a business. So they can keep it as such. If he's willing to share certain profits with her and whatnot, we could keep this business behind the scenes, but there's really no reason for us to stay together. I'm tired of hiding the women that I'm with. I'm tired of doing those things. Like I shouldn't have to when we're not together, because she's not coming forward like, oh, I've been betrayed. He's betrayed me. No, girl, you already knew what was up. Just like with the women that Tasha K came forward with before, you already knew about all of them. So it's like, it wasn't a surprise to you. And that's, because you knew, because again, you're not willing to please him. You're not, because you're not being pleased. It's not that you don't want to be there for your husband. You don't want no damn husband. That is what that's giving. Okay? And he's tired of hiding. A person can only take so much. A person can only hide for so long before it's time for them to reveal who they are, so that they can be happy instead of being depressed all the time. So again, I believe that she's a lesbian. And I think she's a stud. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Embrace it. So she said she is a Christian, Lord, and committed to her faith, as highlighted by her social media. She frequently shares scripture verses and biblical advice with her followers. Before the pair were married, they already had one child together, daughter Morley, who was born in 2016. Denia sadly suffered postpartum depression after giving birth to her daughter. Now, I told y'all that earlier. I told y'all she suffered from post-traumatic, because she was sitting over there in a heterosexual relationship, pregnant with a baby by a man. Gross. So it's just like, oh God, this baby, like, oh, this is so hetero. So hair flip. So again, the depression came from having a child. She didn't want one. I mean, nothing against the child. It's just, this isn't the lifestyle she thought she would be living, but she feels forced to due to her religion. And Derrick making her feel guilty. So so it says Candace D, I don't know that, exposed her affair with Derrick Jaxn during an interview with popular infamous vlogger Transrena Kibi. Reported to sister, he claimed he was separated from his wife when he met the Ghanaian, Dominican, and Portuguese influencer. And so y'all know Transrena Kibi had went live, and exposed him the first time with these alleged women that said that they were sleeping with him. He alleges that they were separated. They do have 2 kids. They were just talking about just the first kid that they had before they got married, which was in 2016. So that means they had a kid after 2016. So yes, they do have 2 kids. And Transrena came forward with this information of him allegedly cheating on his wife, and there was multiple women that she had brought forward. And Derrick states that he and his wife were separated during that time. After that, Derrick and his wife did a very cringy interview to where she didn't speak much until towards the end of it. I'm not even going to say interview, more so like a statement that they did. And she was trying to exonerate him, because she stated that she knew about the affairs and that he was not cheating. He had cheated, and it was something that she had forgiven him for. Here's the problem. If she meant it, if she meant that he had affairs before and they talked about it and she had forgiven him for it, it wasn't an affair. He has permission to be with women because, again, I believe that she is a lesbian. There's certain duties. It's no different than a gay man being in a relationship with a heterosexual woman. There may be times to where there's sex had, and there may be times to where you go without it for a very long time, just based off of that's not what the person is into. Now, being with a bisexual person is different, because a bisexual person understands both anatomy and likes both anatomy. But with someone that is gay, you're not going to enjoy being with a woman. You're not going to enjoy that at all. And you're not going to be, and it's no different than a lesbian. If a lesbian strictly like, I like women, you're not going to want no man touching on you, penetrating you. You're not going to want any of that. That's just not, but some people still go with the flow. So there have been plenty of lesbians in relationship with men and are basically being R-worded, basically, because they don't want to do it. They're just doing it because they know they have to. I have to please him. This is what he wants. This is what he likes. You know, so they're sitting there basically torturing themselves to appease and keep up an image, you know, just like gay men. There's plenty of gay men that are in relationships with heterosexual women to keep an image so that they can have an image. They are sexual with the women, but not often, you know. So, you know, that's how most women can tell. They're just like, look, I've been with plenty of dudes, and most of them, I have to peel them off of me. But when I'm with you, yeah, you respect me, you're nice to me, and all of that stuff. But don't be, you know, like, take me, you know, type of situation. And you don't. It's just like you rarely ever, you know, do that. And with most straight men that I've dated, that's never been a problem. You know, it's more so me telling them no, not tonight, versus to me having to basically beg for it. So, I mean, that's a higher chance of how most women kind of figure out if they're dating a man that is interested in other men. You know, it's because we're not really sexual at all. You know, we have been sexual, but we're not sexual like how it is with anybody else. Like with most straight people, you got to peel them off of each other, especially in a relationship. It's like, especially at the beginning of that relationship, it's like jackrabbits, you know. And then it's the same thing with gay people. When they first get together, jackrabbits. You know, it's just a human experience to where the puppy love stage, you know, and all of that. So that's the energy that I get from her. I get the energy from her is that she's a lesbian, and she's, besides procreating, because that's what the Bible is telling her to do, you know, as a Christian, because a lot of people that are religious do that. They are more so straight acting or will enter, you know, the straight universe to feel accepted so that they don't feel like an outcast or being outcasted for their sexuality. So that's just how it goes. So, and I believe all of the books that he's written and all of that, even the energy when he does his YouTubes, the topics that he talks about, and all of that comes from her. I believe that Denia is the backbone. She is literally the backbone of that business. She is the business, and she's not getting the credit she's due. She isn't. She is, honestly. I feel like she's not getting the credit she's due. And it's sad that she has to. I feel like she's a lesbian. That's my opinion. I'm not saying, oh, I know for a fact she's, I don't know. But in my opinion, she is. I think that she's the mouthpiece, you know, and all of that. And she just hands it to Derrick. And Derrick just kind of picks up off of her energy and runs with her formula. But the formula does not belong to Derrick. It does not belong to him. Well, see, a muse is inspiration. You know, with a muse, you're usually inspired by someone. I don't feel like she's a muse. I feel like she's everything. I feel like she's the morning, noon, and night. She's sunrise to sunset. Derrick is the actor. So if anything, Derrick is acting out all of her hard work, is how I feel. Because as a woman, she knows that she would not be taken seriously. She knows as a man, Derrick being a strong, you know, dominant, you know, type of male presence and energy, that he's going to get 10 times more respect than she would. So like she would live vicariously through her brothers and whatnot growing up. I feel that she does the same thing with Derrick, that she lives vicariously through him. You know, it's how I feel. He's a loser. He is a whole loser, a deadbeat. He's not a good man. Because even if they're going to have that type of setup, he still could have respected her. He didn't have to disrespect her. He didn't. Even if she is allegedly certain things and whatnot and may live a certain lifestyle or want to live a certain lifestyle, it doesn't give him the right to embarrass her in the ways that he's embarrassed her. Like, this is still allegedly your wife. You still have a family. you shouldn't even want certain energy out there like that about your wife, to where she is being just drug, and everybody's already going to point the finger at her because you out here doing her dirty and she's still sticking around. So with that being said, how most communities do, they make the woman the target, when the woman isn't the target, it's him. He's the trash. Like, she's not. What did she do? I mean, to me, she just tried to be the best Christian she could be, with having a lot of eternal issues in the process with herself. Honestly, but she's not embarrassing him. She's not out here like being known for. She ain't out here with this person and that person. Like, she's not doing any of those things. So I don't think that she deserves that in return. Even if they do have an agreement, you keep it as discreet as you can. If you want in the public taking pictures with people and stuff like that, that's disrespectful. And then when people put you out there, like people like Tasha K and others, when they put your tea out there, then all of a sudden, it's been hard, but I was going to tell y'all that we're getting a divorce. No. Now pictures should be out of you and other women. Now that you've come forward and been honest with the public and let the public know, instead of, again, trying to save face, because that's being fake. If y'all not together, then y'all simply not together. Why be out here with other women and all of that stuff, knowing how people look at you as a married man? Is the energy, is how people are going to perceive you. So if they see you with another woman, she either a fan or you're sleeping with her. It's one or the other. Maybe somebody that just recognized you and you said hi, but other than that, it's not a good look, because that's not your wife. Your whole philosophy, your whole everything that you do is based off of being a married man. It's not based off you being single. It's not based off of you being a ladies' man. It's not based off, that's not what your, image, career, content, books, it's not based off of being that. It's being a God-fearing Christian that is teaching people the do's and don't do's of getting to where he's gotten to one day, which is being happily, allegedly married. And she's sitting here, Bible this, Bible that. Okay, well, Denia, if you believe in the Bible, then you aren't getting married again then, right? Because the Bible states that you're married, like your souls are tied. So until that person, till death do us part, if you love the Lord as much as you say you do, then you're not dating anybody then, right? You're not getting married again. You're not doing any of that, right? Because that's what the Bible says. Because she goes to the Bible every time she has any type of issue. Okay, well, the Bible says with this divorce that you're about to get, until one of you passes, neither one of you can remarry, or any of those things. That's what the Bible says. So you're supposed to stay single. And so is Derrick. Why is Derrick already in another relationship? Aren't y'all Christian? Both of y'all, right? Or is it just you? Oh, because I'm confused by that. Because she didn't deserve any of the embarrassment that he's given her. No, she didn't. Yeah, I don't like that either. Because it is very embarrassing. It don't matter what type of setup they have. That's their setup. That's their business. So you out here literally, like, out loud and proud. The world don't even know what's going on. And you already out here. You couldn't wait. Because that means he was already doing it. He didn't just start seeing these people. He's been seeing them. No, it's nothing new. So if they are, if they believe, in the Bible, that they're always throwing around scriptures and stuff like that and whatnot, why is Derrick with somebody else already if y'all are God-fearing Christians? He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be. That doesn't make any sense. He should be waiting, and hanging out and getting to know himself and, finding an atonement and a deeper relationship with the Lord. Maybe you guys could get back together one day, or something like that. Sometimes you just need space. But clearly it's not space. His mind is already made up. And her mind is made up too. So it says Tasha K ends Derrick Jaxn's marriage in my title. Tasha K did not ruin his marriage. She did no such thing. We know Tasha and Derrick don't necessarily care for each other, especially Tasha. She doesn't like him. He was already out here doing all of these things. Information coming forward. It's Tasha's job. She's a blogger. Is what she does. He's popular. He has a name and a following, a big audience. This is a big exclusive for anybody that would be doing content on it. So no, Tasha didn't ruin anything. How can Tasha ruin a marriage? Something she's not a part of. No, Tasha's not a part of the marriage. Tasha is a blogger. Tasha got information that he's out here once again with other women and whatnot. She's doing her job. There's no reason for me to come at her neck, or anything like that. Because again, Derrick is the enemy here, not Denia. Denia ain't did nothing wrong to nobody. She's done nothing wrong to anybody. See, this is the thing. If he cheats, she stated that he had affairs, so that would have been the reason for them to get divorced in the first place. For them to just decide that this relationship is not working, for her not to leave due to infidelity, they're just separating. They shouldn't remarry. If she was gonna, it's not if a person cheats at all ever, you have the right. No, if a person is found of infidelity, then you get to divorce them. So that means when you find out about the infidelity, you divorce them. And it's okay to forgive them, but you forgive them afterwards. You don't forgive them and stay in your marriage and then divorce them for other reasons. No, if he didn't cheat again, or if you ain't saying I'm leaving him right now because he cheated again, then no, she would have to wait until he passed in order to get married again, because God knows the truth. God knows her heart. So you don't get to lie to God. Like it doesn't work like that. So when you say something, you have to mean it. So if you're going to divorce your husband due to infidelity, which will be the only reason that, well, one of the only reasons that you could remarry, then you have to do it then. You don't wait until he decides that he don't want to be with you no more. Because Derrick, it sounds as if he's leaving the relationship, not her. It sounds like Derrick is leaving her, not the other way around. So, because he the one who made that post. That was from Derrick Jaxn. That wasn't from her social media. That was from his. So it sounds like he's leaving her, is what I get. That they decided together to part ways, is what it's given. But we didn't find this out from her. We found this out from her husband. So he's exiting a relationship and she is not cheating on him. So that's what I'm saying. It's not like she's leaving because he just recently cheated or, whatever. And no, that's not what's going on. The cheater is leaving the relationship. The adulterer is leaving the relationship, not the other way around. So, because she sounded like she was willing to keep whatever situationship they had going on going. Derrick sounds fed up. Like he's tired of hiding women and people scorning his image because people don't know the truth. People don't know what's going on, which he has permission to see these people. Like, I don't feel like he's cheating on her. I really don't. I feel that she allows him to see other women. We see it just like she see it. So if you feel like he doing all this cheating on her and she don't leave, she sticks around, you could chalk it up to being stupid, or you can chalk it up to she knew. Because it's one of two things. She's either very dumb, a doormat, or she okayed it. There's plenty of open marriages and open relations. Like there's plenty. Plenty. So, you put Tasha K ended the marriage in the title with a question mark. Do you not pay attention to punctuation? Because that's the end of the sentence. Punctuation. It said Tasha K ends Derrick Jaxn's marriage, question mark. And I literally just answered it and said that Tasha K didn't. So her shut up. Yeah. Shut up. Immediately. Mods, get this person out of my life, please. I love you, moderators. Please get rid of this person. I don't ever want to see them again in my life. I don't. It hurts my life to have them here. It really does. I don't ever want to see this person again in life, ever. Like, I can, if I never see your face again, I don't mind type of situation. Any papers filed, and I have no idea. That's a good question. I don't know if they filed. You know how people be. You know how people be. You know, they, because they have their, you know, it's a mental thing. They mentally made up their mind and said that they get divorced, but they've done nothing physically, you know, about it. So we'll see. We'll see. We will definitely see. I'm trying to see how comments. No, they tried it. It's like, but you said, but I said, what? There's a question mark after it, like does punctuation not matter? Or I never said Tasha K ended their marriage. How could she? He's doing all the cheating allegedly, not Tasha. She says left my. He says sorry. I said she. I'm sorry. Nobody ever sees that question mark for some reason. Big dots. Like tell him ask not to. It's like you not see the question mark. Belle, I'm being nice. I'm being nice, but I mean that's a whole question mark right there. Like it's a question. It's not a statement. Like Tasha's not in their marriage to ruin it. So like, why would I blame that on her? Like I don't like her and everything. But I mean, it's not that deep. She's a blogger. That's her job. She got information and she had a big story on him back in the day. She got a lot of views off of it. Why would she not do that all over again? Like, I don't blame her. I would do it too. Like, I would do it too. And she wasn't wrong. She wasn't wrong. Her receipts be dry, them coupons she had, they be dry. But I mean, she pulled his tea, and then all of a sudden he come before talking about something. Oh, we're gonna go. Oh, okay, well, doesn't sound like Tasha K was too far off this time. It sounded like she was right on the money. Right on the money. And I'm not knocking her for that. It's a coin in everything we do. So shout out to Transrena. Do your thing, girl. Do your thing, girl. And I think that Derrick Jaxn is disgusting. I think that he done sat there and rolled the back of this woman, black woman. The least he could do is respect her in the process. That's the least he could do. Is respect her in the process. He chose to do all of these things to her. It's not Tasha K's responsibility to protect their marriage. Tasha don't like you, Derrick. So, you know, any information that she get on you, she gonna run with it. So me coming forward to defend, to come at Tasha right now would be me defending Derrick. I'm not defending him. He is a whole loser to me. If I'm going to think anybody, it'd be Danana. Don't get me wrong. I have my little, you know, content. It's key, funny, tea. But like in all actuality, that woman deserves more respect than that. I'm not disrespecting her. He is. Like, we got to keep the energy towards the person that deserves it. Because as much as people will run over there and attack her, they'll let him slide. No, don't let him slide. Go stop looking around it and look at it. Derrick is the problem. I don't care that Tasha was the one that divulged said information. So what? Who cares? It's Tasha's responsibility to be faithful to Shek. Just like it's Shek's responsibility to do the same thing. So it's Derrick's responsibility to be faithful to Danana. Nobody else's. And if somebody else sees it, they don't have to shut their mouth. They don't have to mind their business. Don't put your business in the streets, because that's how this got found out. They weren't closed up in no Airbnb somewhere. They weren't closed up in no hotel somewhere. You out in the public with this girl like you can be. Okay. What's the problem? What's the problem? Anybody invading your privacy? This is public. That picture that Tasha posted, public. They wasn't hidden in no dunes or somewhere on a romantic only. Couples only. No. Tasha may send no drone over a private island. Everything. No. He was dirty doing that in the public, disrespecting his family, his subscribers, the people that aspire to have things that he has, the lifestyle, the setup. That's him sitting over there lying all those people on their face. That's him sitting over there doing all of that. And he should be called out for it. How you a relationship guru? You over here cheating on people. How you a relationship guru? You sleeping with all these different women. Like how? That's your title. That's the title that you gave yourself. You stand up that you a God-fearing man, you're married, you love your wife, you love this black woman, no matter what size she is, shape she is, color she is, you love everything about her, bonnet and all. Bonnet and all. You did that. So that ain't gonna fall on nobody but you, buddy. That's the only person that's gonna fall on. Like, why would that fall on anybody else? Like, no, you did that. You sat out here and discouraged that woman and made her feel less than and go sleep with a bunch of women that you already know. You already know. You cause her self-esteem to go lower and lower and lower. Not me. Because again, before we get out of here, if that woman was really over there in a loving relationship with somebody that truly loved her, she wouldn't even just, so people be talking about her bonnet and how she be dressing. When your man loves you, you don't have time to look like that. You don't have time. You can ask when I was in a relationship with a woman, you can ask my kid's mother. Ask her. I would shop for her. I would. I could buy her stuff all the time. I would. I would find her sizes and stuff like that, and I would go buy her things that I wanted to see her in. I would. Mm-hmm. I didn't like what she would wear at times. So I'm just like, okay, well, instead of complaining about it, I'm going to do something about it. And I did just that. She'll tell you, like, oh yeah, he's by himself all the time. Like, yeah, because I wanted her to look a certain way for me. Like, as my woman, I want you to look good. Like, when I go somewhere and I look good, I want us to match each other energy. Not I'm coming in here looking amazing, looking like sex, and you coming in here looking like you just got done cooking and laying them damn kids down before we got here. Like, yeah, no. I want you to be sexy, feel sexy, like all of that. Like, that's how I was. And I loved when she dressed up. I loved it. Like, it didn't even have to be like nothing crazy. Just fit the part. Just let's match each other's energy, you know, type of situation. Because how I would do it is if she dressed down, I would dress down. And then she would get mad at me. She was like, well, no, because I'm like, if you're going to wear a hoodie and throw on some jeans, I'm going to do the same thing. Like, I'm going to do the same thing. So we're going to be wearing the same, you know? So she was like, no, you need to go in there. You need to then. You need something. So we used to be arguing with each other, you know, type of situation. But I wanted my girl to look good. And if I didn't feel like she looked good, and I feel like that was going to be the reception of other people. And I see the potential in my woman. So I wanted other people to see that too. Like, I know you fine, but they don't. They don't. Now, I may think you look good as hell right now with pancake batter on your arm as you cleaning up and, you know, all of that. We cleaning up together and I'm washing the dishes, you drying them. Now, yeah, that's cute and everything. But when it's time for us to go out yonder, yeah, we need to look good. We need to look good. So, and we always did, you know, so we was cute. Like, we was cute when we were somewhere. We sure was. So, you know, if she wasn't feeling that energy to feel like she needed to do her hair and whatnot and, you know, and all of that stuff, he definitely isn't encouraging it. He isn't encouraging it. Besides like the wedding and stuff like that, he's not encouraging her to look good. I mean, if you care so much about her, hey, go take that bonnet off. Go put your hair in that, you know, that big puff, the fro that I like. Go do that. Throw on a sundress and let's be out. He take pictures all the time looking how he look. She ain't nowhere to be found. Because it's all about him. It's not about her. Like, he don't care about her. Like, gross. You know, it's how he look at it, but he'll make sure he's dressed in nice clothing, taking pictures of himself, making sure his social media filled with all of these pictures of him with either no shirt on or shirt halfway open, all of that appeasing and appealing, you know, to other people, while his wife is sitting at home with a bonnet. It's not a problem that she has on a bonnet, but this is your wife. You know, there's a time and a place for certain things. If she just feels like throwing on some sweats and a bonnet is cool, then that means you do too. That's what that means. Having your woman dress up and whatnot, that just means you appreciate her. I appreciate what you look like. I appreciate your body, and I want to see it. You know, you don't have to dress up for other people. Dress up for me. You know, I want to see you. You know, I want to see what I know you look like. You know, type of situation. This look, I can see this anytime. You know, this is cool. But let's go. But no, he has to be the pretty one. I'm the attractive one. I want to, because with that's how you get to push that narrative with women. Most women, especially materialistic women, are going to look at Derrick and his wife and feel sorry for Derrick. Like, you deserve somebody that's going to dress up. You deserve somebody that's going to look the part. You deserve somebody that looks good enough to be with you. She's not good enough to be with you. Look at her hair. She wears bonnets. She just sits around all day and whatnot. You know, she's not appealing to you. That's not what you want. You deserve better. You know, whole time this girl got children. She's married. She writes books. She writes all of his content for him to go live flirting with these hoes. You know, she's doing all of the work, literally. And he just gets to show up and collect all of the accolade. It's not fair. It isn't. So he's done her dirty. That's why I said I could never defend him. He's disgusting. A disgusting man. A very disgusting individual. Trash. A trash human being for using that woman and eating her up and spitting her out like that. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I don't think she needs a makeover. I think she needs a personality over, because confidence exudes. So if you already aren't confident, somebody could give you a makeover and you look incredible. And you go stand and look in the mirror and hate everything about it. And hate everything about it. So that comes from within. And with somebody supposed to be a relationship girl like Derrick Jaxn, he should be pushing that energy into his wife. He absolutely should. That's his job. As her husband, it is your responsibility to keep her sexy. And not even a physical thing, a mental thing. Always make her feel like she is somebody. Always make her feel beautiful. Even days she don't see it, even days she don't feel it. That's your responsibility as a husband, you know, to keep her a woman. He's not doing that. He doesn't do that. He doesn't. He could care less. Care less. Because it's his responsibility as a man. Just like women do certain little things to keep us feeling like men, acting like they can't open certain things or stand there and won't touch the door and to let you do it because you're the man, or to leave the garbage on the side of the thing because you're supposed to take it out. You know, stuff like that. You know, just little things that make a person feel needed, that make a person feel wanted, you know. And if you already have or are lacking a bunch of self-esteem and confidence, can't nobody give it to you but you. Like, only you can give it to yourself. Only you, like self-esteem. But confidence can come from so many different things. It sure can. And a husband is very essential, or wife, in anyone's confidence factor. That's one of the closest people to you. So if they don't see the beauty in you and you don't see the beauty in you, then there's just no beauty. There's just no beauty. But it's hard to feel ugly when someone is making you feel beautiful. So if you got somebody in your life that love you and basically like worship the ground you walk on, somebody walking up to you calling you ugly, don't hit. Because you don't have a care in the world. Boy, do you know what I got at home? I don't, you can't make me feel no way. You can't make me feel no way. Like what I just came from, the perfect. You got to catch me another time because my confidence is here, you know. So like it's just, but if you already kind of feel that way, and then you got people kind of saying that to you, you absorb it, you know, instead of let it bounce off of you, you absorb it, you know, type of situation. So yeah, I just think that Derrick Jaxn is trash. Trash. Yeah. And we're going to break that down in further lives because we're not done talking about him. This is just the beginning. He thought Tasha K was on his road. Hi. Hello. Hi, Derrick. See you soon, buddy. So I have to get out of here. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for becoming members and for all of the super stickers and all that good stuff. Oh my goodness. I love you guys. Yeah, I believe she checked out too. We will talk about these situations more and topics like this. I am about to go on Station Head. I love y'all so much. Again, thank you for all the super chats and super stickers and just supporting me and hitting the like. Oh my God, I love you guys. So yeah, I'm about to get out of here though, but we're going over to Station Head. Give me about 10 minutes. I'll put the link in the community. If y'all want to come and join us, come on over. If not, oh well. But I love y'all. And until the next show, again, thank you for all of your support. I humbly appreciate it. I gotta go. Bye. Justice for Shanquella.
Fresh, 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 flex.